Here we go. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, and there are people already jumping in the comments. I love that. I love the fact that you guys are up and you're happy and you're excited, and we're going to talk about things. We're going to do things. It's the Sunday Supplemental. Technical difficulty is to be expected every single time we do this, and today was no different. In the room, I see Brian, and I see James, and you have both been, I saw a comment from James earlier, once we got through all the little sound problem we had there. It says, today is the greatest day of my life. I am interested in that comment, sir. What makes today the greatest day in your life? Care to share? Hi, my name is James, and I'm an optimist. Yeah, I'm sorry about the slight reverb, guys. I cannot for the life of me figure it out. All right, here we go with your national days of the week. And it's funny that Mr. Taney says that it's the greatest day of his life, because that's going to come up in a couple of days. Today, the 2nd of June, is known as National Cancer Survivor Day. Oh, today, yeah, it's the greatest day. Yeah, I got you now. Cancer Survivor Day, if you are a cancer survivor, good on you, because I hate cancer. And I can't wait till we can cure cancer, and I hate what it does to people. But those of you who have survived it, you are my hero. You are Sarah Garringer. Oh, okay, all right. So I think you meant to tag her, but it didn't work. And, all right. So today, National Cancer Survivor Day. Tomorrow, National Egg Day. It's National Egg Day. I like the eggs. I'm a big fan. I have recently, for the very first time in my life, having always wanted to try the little red pickled eggs. I've always wanted to try them. I did try them. I bought a package of them, and I've been taking them to work with me, and a couple eggs, and they are amazing. Those are delightful. Those are only 70 calories a pop, probably a little higher in sodium than I need. But those are quite tasty. And on National Egg Day, you better believe I'm eating me some beet pickled eggs. And probably some breakfast eggs. Probably have eggs thrown in my dinner. You can make eggs all kinds of ways. On the 4th, in the strange phrasing of days, the 4th is national, every year, the 4th of June, is National Audacity to Hope Day. You got the audacity to hope, to be an optimist? What a stupid name for a day. It could be National Optimist Day, National Hope for the Best Day, but audacity to hope? You got the audacity to hope? Stupid things. But on the 5th, is a fun one that we can all participate in. It's National Thank You Day. Me, personally, I know how to say thank you in 32 different languages. I do that. I'm going to keep it clean for 2 reasons. I'm only going to share one with you. So I can get a beer anywhere in the world and know what to say when I get it back. When they hand me that beer and I didn't... Why? Ignore me. Ignore me. I gotta turn that because I know you're hearing it. The air conditioner decided to kick on, and the big part of the whole air conditioner is right there. So I immediately jumped on Alexa to turn that off. The 5th, National Thank You Day. Go out of your way to say thank you to people who deserve a thanks. Spice it up a little bit. do it in a different language. Yeah. A little gracias, huh? Whoa. That'll throw them off a little bit. A little tak. Oh, tak. Danke. Merci. Merci beaucoup. Huh? Grazie. Grazie mille. Throw them out there. There's a whole bunch of ones. Oh, here's a good one. Asante sana. For those of you with kids, if you remember the little Rafiki character in The Lion King, Asante sana, squash banana, weebu weebu. Asante sana is Swahili for thank you. Things you didn't know you were going to learn this Sunday morning. On the 6th, there were several to choose from, but I figured I'd take a moment to share with you that the 6th is the remembrance of D-Day. On June the 6th, 1944, Allied forces landed on the French coast. In the 30 days after June the 6th, we were able to put 800,000 people on the soil of France. And 800,000 people in 30 days. Not to get too political, but our southern border has had more than 11 D-Day landings in the last year. More than 11. Not a single shot was fired. There was some whipping, but that was a horse. This one is pertinent to me because of the people I work with. The 7th of July is National Supply Chain Professionals Day. Everybody I work with is involved in the supply chain, and just about everybody you know is somehow involved in the supply chain. If you're on the receiving end, or you're on the giving end, or on the in-between end. It's National Supply Professional Day. Supply Professional sounds like it's one of those things that used to be something else, but we changed it. What could it have been before? You know, like National Secretary Day is now Administrative Assistant Day, and Garbage Man is some PC term for garbage man. I don't keep up on that stuff. But the 7th is also National Donut Day, okay? So, supply professionals, we would like you to celebrate with a donut. If I go into work on Monday and that donut is still sitting on my desk, I'm going to be amazed. I was given donuts, and I appreciate the offer, but I don't eat food people bring me. So I left it on the desk, and somebody took one of them, and there was one left, and I just left it there. I figured somebody would get it. On the 8th of June, 1 week from today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is National Best Friends Day. I do not do good in maintaining my relationships. I have them. They mean a lot to me, but I don't do a good job of building upon those relationships. So on National Best Friend Day, I, next Saturday, am going to call people who I think are my best friends. It's going to be a surprise to them because I don't normally call. You should do the same. If you get an opportunity to celebrate with your best friend, do it. Have a beer with them. Go out for lunch together. Do best friend things. If you need a date on the calendar to remind you to do something with your best friend, you're probably as bad of a friend as I am. I'll do anything for you except make an effort. But I'm going to make an effort on the 8th on National Best Friends Day. And that has been your National Days of the Week. Oh, let's give it. My buttons don't even work. Bugga, bugga, bugga. All right. Well, moving on. You married your best friend. Oh. I married my best friend, too. Aside from your spouse's best friend, you know what I mean. Okay? You know what I mean. All right, that was your National Days of the Week. Now, let's move on to your community service note. So I don't have any notes to put out for Rhoda. If Chick Brew wants me to put out something that's going on in Rhoda, she'll send it to me. What I do have on this side of the pond is an event that, all right, if you're not up to speed yet, let me tell you, there's a new thing now. There's a new thing. we'll get to the community service note in a second. We're going to start doing this thing where if I am promoting something, I'm going to get with the people that are doing it, if I can, in advance, and I'm going to give them some envelopes, and they're going to be for you, people who go to things. But all you got to do, you have to, when you go to the thing, you got to find somebody who looks like they're in charge, ask them if they're in charge, and then say, but be surreptitious about it. Say, T-Bone sent me. And if it is an event that I am promoting, I will do something for somebody, okay? Whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 things, I'll have something out there. Echo went away slightly. Okay. I will have something out there, and you just go, and you say T-Bone sent you in the way I just showed you, and they're going to do 1 or 2 things, hopefully, if we can pull this off. They're going to, okay, I got something for you, and they're going to give you one of them envelopes. Or the other option is they're going to say, okay, tell T-Bone we said hi. I'm going to try to push people towards these events, and if you go to one of these events because of me, tell them that you're there because of me, and hopefully there'll be something for you there. That's what I'm going to do. I think it'll be fun, so that's why I'm doing it, because content. I need content. I don't need content. I can just read. I can do a Sudoku and get content. Here we go with this week's community service note. The event we are pushing this week supports the Vicky's Angels Foundation. You can find out more about Vicky's Angel Foundation at vicky'sangelfoundation.org. The event going on in Huffer Park in Middletown is the Ride the Rails. So you go there, and between the hours of 10 and 4, they're going to have 25-minute train rides where you get on the train and you go for a ride on the train, a little scenic view of the train. It's a neat little thing. If you have children under the age of 4, they can get on the train for $5, and everybody else gets on the train for $10. That money goes towards Vicky's Angel Foundation. There'll also be a car show, and there'll also be arts and crafts. The trains run from 10 to 4. The prices I have given you. The train ride is 25 minutes. I captured it all there. That's Huffer Park in Middletown, and you can find out more by going to vicky'sangelfoundation.org. Now, when you get there, remember to tell them T-Bone sent you. And that has been a sniffle. That has been your community service note. Moving on. Wait, hit the button again? Cheers still doesn't work. I'm going to have to get that fixed. Me and Chickabrew are taping soon. I got to get that fixed. Now we go on to your This Week in History. This Week in History, I know you've been waiting for it because some of you are history buffs. I give you the clue, and you try to give me the answer. We turn it into a small Sunday morning trivia contest. In This Week in History, this person and Tenzing Norgay, just in case you forgot, Tenzing Norgay was also there, became the first person to reach this summit. So I'm giving you a bookend there. Who is it and where was it? Okay? Remember, he's there with his friend Tenzing Norgay, and they're the very first people in 1953. They're the very first people to reach the summit. What could it be? Who could it have been? I feel like if I give you the back end, you're going to get the front end. And if I give you the front end, you're going to get the back end. That's why I intentionally left those out. Now, this is how it normally works. I read the clue. I realize there's a delay. And there's my answer. Well, you know what? I'm going to give you half credit. It was Mount Everest, not my Everest. And he had not been knighted yet. He was just plain old Edmund Hillary and his buddy Tenzing Norgay getting to the top of Mount Everest in 1953. So there was this thing called the Watergate investigation many, many years ago. And in 2005, The identity of the secret source of a lot of the information was finally revealed as W. Mark Felt. But W. Mark Felt's nickname was the only thing that we knew throughout the entire Watergate investigation. His nickname was revealed in 2005, so they kept that secret for a pretty long time. Any idea what the code name was for the guy giving up all the information in the Watergate investigation? Giving for a reasonable amount of time. I can't do the silence. I can't do silence. I have to keep talking about something. And you normally, man, you are, yes, you are thick on the keys today there, Mr. Taney. In 1980, this channel is turned on. It is the very first time, in 1980, this channel is turned on for the very first time. It is the very first time in American history that there is a 24-hour channel devoted to this one thing. It is headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia, this network. 24 hours a day of one thing. Not anymore, but they used to. They used to play the same stuff. It was not MTV. But that is a good guess. We don't take away points for guesses. But what else could have started around that time frame that is headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia? Yeah, that is true. The owner of this thing is a very... Yes, thanks. Thanks for not making me do that impression too long. In 1935, this man retires from baseball. If you knew nothing about nothing, okay, I would say, now he retired in 1935. Yeah, Ted Turner. He retired in 1935. And his name is still known to this day. If you knew nothing about nothing, and somebody said, name somebody in baseball, ever, this is the name that's going to pop up to almost everybody. He was that iconic. He played for 22 seasons. He retired this week in 1935. What was his name? An additional hint, he was a Yankee. But he wasn't always a Yankee. That is correct, sir. Babe Ruth. Good job. Major Edward H. White. This day, 1965. 1965. Major Edward White becomes the first American to do this. Now, think about what's going on. It's 1965. The very first thing was done by a Major Edward White. Short of Googling, I don't think anybody's going to get this. If you get this, I'm going to get suspicious. So it's like when you get the answers to a test, sometimes you don't answer all the answers correct, James, because then they know you're maybe using Google, the Google box. The thing that Major White does, for the first time in 1965, doesn't take place on Earth. Yes, he was from the Apollo program, but what did he do? I will answer for you so we can get it done. He was the first person to walk in space. Yeah. I didn't even know his name. He didn't get a good publicist. Here we go with your final question for this week in history. In 1919, Congress passes the 19th Amendment. What does that do? What does the 19th Amendment do? If you've ever worked for me, and these are things that we talk about. Yes, he did burn to death, but he was also the first person to walk in space. 1919, Congress passes the 19th Amendment. What was significant about the 19th Amendment? There's clues I want to give you, but I feel like any clue I give you kind of gives it away. Here's what I can tell you, that we didn't pass the 19th Amendment until we sobered up. They passed the 18th Amendment abolishing alcohol in America. You can no longer have alcohol in America. And the next amendment we passed was only because we were sober. And then 3 amendments later, we're like, no, we need to start drinking again. The 22nd Amendment repeals the 18th Amendment. What did we do in between there? What was the 19th Amendment of the United States Constitution good for? Well, that is correct, Mr. Taney. It gave women the right to vote. Once we got sober, we gave women the right to vote. And once we gave women the right to vote, we decided we needed a drink. And that's how it worked out. Hey, everybody, that has been your Sunday Supplemental. Thanks for playing along. As always, it's a good time. It's a good day to celebrate. Keep in mind, next Saturday, June 8th, from 10 to 4 at Hoffer Park there in Middletown, is the Ride the Rails event. Again, that supports Vicky's Angels. And when you go, be sure to tell them T-Bone sent you. As always, I remind you today, as I remind you every day, do not. I started reading your comment and saying my closer at the same time, and that was going to come out wrong. Just be the best person that you can be. If you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Bruce sends your love. I am out.